Bridge Crossing Jubilee. We had 2 press conferences this week with the organizers.
Yeah, we did.
They're making sure they're getting the word out about what's going on because so many thousands of people come, but the locals want to know and kind of be in the know a little earlier so that we know where we need to be in order to participate or where we not to be in order to avoid.
Right, exactly.
So
a little bit of both.
One major thing that we learned that's important to know is the Sunday activities, which is the Bloody Sunday reenactment day. This will be my 6th or 7th one.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed them, but they have been drastically different in varying years. And so let me give a little rundown on what we've learned today or this week. So Saturday starts with the Foot Soldiers Breakfast, and it's always held at Selma High School. I love going to that because we get really great interviews with folks that may not always be around to tell their stories. So that one is a really fun one to get. And it's kind of a reunion. It's fun to watch them and see them get back together again. That is Saturday morning. Of course, many other things there. So they block off Water Avenue, and there's live music, and most of that activity is free. You can go.
Yes.
There's vendors, tons of vendors, amazing food. I love those pineapples that they empty and they have drinks with they're giant pineapples you can carry around.
Oh God, yeah.
And then of course stages with live music. And
that's one of the things too that in yesterday's press conference, Cindy, Faya Torre said that the music festival Friday or Saturday, the music festival you're talking about, for the first time in forever, it's going to go until like 10 o'clock. It's going to be later in the evening.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot more music going on.
And I know they're using Riverfront Amphitheater very well. Yeah. Okay, so that's Saturday, all kinds of that kind of activity. Sunday is the reenactment day. The last 3 years, we have had a president and the vice president, Kamala Harris, twice. We're not going to be getting any of those this year because obviously it changed hands a little in January. So this year, it will be similar to the years maybe 5 years ago. So you can get behind the barricades on Broad Street at Water Avenue and join the crowds to prepare for the march. You can also participate in the pre-march rally that's at Brown Memorial, Brown Chapel. And I've done that one too. You can walk from there to to join in with everyone else. It's a hike, but you can do that because it's where they started out, and that's really cool. Okay, so then they're saying that the march will start at noon.
Right. The pre-march is going to be at 11 at Brown Chapel, and then they're going to start the march across the bridge around noon. And it's this year going all the way across the bridge, all the way to the Voting Rights Museum.
And they're going to have speakers on that side this year.
Correct.
With the federal government had paid for and arranged all the setup for and the jumbotrons and this sound system, et cetera. And so they're not doing that this year since we don't have federal representation. So this will be a little different. And honestly, it took them forever to come back out. At 4 o'clock is when Kamala Harris would get out there. And so the march got later and later. And it was hot last year. We had some passing out and everything in the crowds. So it sounds like it's going to be a very manageable schedule if they really start walking at noon. But don't think it's going to be 4 like it was in the last 3 years because you'll miss everything.
And when you get on the other side of the bridge after the actual crossing, I believe it starts at 6. I have to check the schedule, which we have at on blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. Asher Havan is going to have a benefit concert for the museum.
I thought that was at 2, and that they were encouraging.
2, yeah. I think it's 2 to 6, something like that.
When you finish the bridge, they want you to come back over the bridge to Riverfront Amphitheater for the benefit concert, to go for funding to fix up and have staffing at the National Voting Rights Museum, which is a nonprofit run on that other side of the bridge. Anyway, so that's what we know so far. Keep checking with us as we get more details. But we've been wondering the same thing because I'm a planner when it comes to this because I don't want to miss anything. So they are saying they want to have the foot soldiers in front of the barricades. Many of them are aging and might be in wheelchairs, etc., so that they can lead the reenactment walk over. So I think that'll be really neat. So I'm looking forward to it. I hear the weather's going to be good. It's still a week out.
That's what it looks like.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I do know that yesterday they said that Ben Chavez and Joy Reid are going to be here. So that's 2 guests that we do know.
Yes.
But there's other dignitaries that have not.
A long list that I posted at